And we are once again back.
Wise old bastards, if you can hear me. We're back. Again.
This time we paid our music bill. We must have overpaid because it was loud.
I think I overpaid it. That's louder than shit. One of these days we'll get the audio down. I don't know. Where's our assistants?
Fire the producer.
Yeah. That's our problem. We think we did. So, anyway, before we start, who's non-sponsoring today? Who's our non-sponsors?
We are not yet being sponsored by Smithwick. Fine premium red ales from Ireland.
Wow, Smithwick. I like it. Sounds good. I've never heard of that one. I'm on Hawaiian Hanalei. Nice beer. I really like this one. It's kind of a little bit of IPA with passion fruits and stuff. Passion. I always like passion in my beer. Don't you? No.
I'm a little
passion
more old school.
And beer.
Maybe not beer. In the beer because of the beer. For the beer.
Yeah, exactly. The beer makes you passionate. Very passionate until you had too much beer. Then you're sleepy and groggy and whatever. Yeah.
You're groggy.
But,
groggy. You mean like the assistant that wouldn't shut up last time we were trying?
Yeah, I had to fire her for a little while. We'll bring her back in another podcast if I can ever get her to stop talking, man.
That was hilarious.
I don't know what they did, but it won't shut up.
Stop now. She said, okay, I'm Grok. I'm stopping now, but I'm Grok, the special assistant. Ask me any questions. Ask you to shut up. Okay, I'll stop now. But my name is Grok. And I was what the choker to death.
Yeah.
Or it.
Yeah, exactly.
It, not her.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we'll bring the two Grok and Chat GTPs together again, and we'll discuss some interesting topics and see if they have some more joke offs, joke offs, not jerk offs. There might be a sex button in there too. I don't know.
No, we didn't pay that's an extra premium. It didn't pay the extra for that.
We're cheap old bastards too.
Cheap old bastards too. Oh,
yeah.
I'm freezing, but I'm in my
you
house
look like
now.
You're cold.
Less freezing. Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah, it's Canada. It's Victoria
global
Day.
Warming. Damn.
Yeah, can you imagine what we were like here before global warming? Shit, man. Oh.
Yeah, we need more global warming.
It's a public holiday here in BC. It's Victoria Day, which I think is Queen Victoria.
Queen.
And it's traditionally, it's like the kickoff for summer. I think you kicked summer off. It's like somebody forgot to send the invitation to summer. It's fine. It's cold and wet.
Really?
Or maybe I'm still in Mexico mode. I don't know, man. It's like it doesn't. It's not me. It's not me.
So you're saying the world is psychedelic?
It's psychedelic.
We were talking about earlier. Yeah, I like that term, psychedelic.
Oh, it's psychedelic, man. But, it's like y'all know I'm going through this moving, right? Selling the house, downsizing, buying the place in Mexico and a small place here, and we're just trying to figure things out, right? So we're looking at the floor plan of the new place, and it's like Tetris. We're having a math issue, a geometry issue. So we've got like 4,000 square feet now, and we're moving into 1,000 square feet. So math tells us that not everything can come.
No.
So we're trying to figure out.
It sounds downsizing what you're bringing, of course. So only 3 shirts and 2 pair of underwear. The rest you can get at Walmart.
See, I said I could have 2 pair. Well, no, that's it. But I like the furniture. But so talk about that. So one thing is you got to learn to let go, right? So letting go some stuff.
Let go.
There's no room for it. Okay, letting go.
Yeah.
But how?
Let it go.
So I've got.
It's like letting go of your beer. It's hard to do. You get really
cool.
attached to this beer. But I mean, it's hard to let go until it's finished.
Yeah,
then you can let go.
then it goes.
Once empty.
Then you want to hold on.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good point.
We were just having a chat just before we started here that, in some ways, the world now, we're going to a much more environmentally aware stance for most people, right? Talk about it. It's talked about a whole lot more. But yet, as recently as still in Asia, where I spent most of my time, it still exists there. When I first came back to Canada, 12, 13, 14 years ago, there were used furniture stores around. There were quite a few of them, right? They called them antiques, but no, it wasn't always antiques. It was used furniture. Right?
Yeah.
Well, now here we are in a much more environmentally aware world, and I can't find a used furniture place. So I've got like 3 sofa sets, and I can only bring one to the new place. So the other 2, what are you gonna do? Sell them? Okay. One's like a designer Danish thing, costs like 20 grand. One's some designer Spanish thing, costs 20 grand. You can't get like $4. You try and sell used furniture, you can't get $4. So it's like, fuck it. I can't sell this shit. Okay, tell you what.
Doesn't matter.
Get rid of it. So I'll just take it and drop it off at one of these, like a furniture thrift store.
Yeah.
There aren't any. No thrift stores take. There's nowhere to take it. So it's like, wait a minute. I got it. So this environmentally friendly world where
not easy.
Thrift shopping is taking off, like thrift clothes, vintage clothing is like booming. It's huge. La 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 la. But if I got some furniture to get rid of, I got to like pay the garbage guys, a special garbage guy, not the normal garbage guy. You get the special garbage guy to come and haul it away. And it's like, we're trying to save the planet, and I'm just taking like all this shit and I'm going to toss it in the dump somewhere. Are you?
It's terrible. You spend a lot of money. Of course, resale furniture is tough. Resale furniture is really bad. It's really tough. I did that before as well, and you get. You have an estate sale. So when my mother passed away, you get an estate sale coming in. You're basically something that costs my mother a couple thousand, maybe a couple $1,000 for a whole set goes for like, $150, $200, something like that. So it's about 10% of the value, the original value.
That's if you're lucky. And if nobody buys it, you have to pay to haul it away. It's like, that's,
yeah, that's terrible. But so when you're moving, it's not. You got to arrange all the movers and all that stuff. Plus, you're renovating your place, right? So you have to coordinate all that shit before you even move anything, or else you're going to be moving into a Airbnb or some shit yourself until your place is ready.
You want to talk about laziness for a moment, or immigration? We can package this all together. So. So I have a bunch of contractor guys I use for stuff all the time, right? So I'm moving into this apartment condo thing, right? I can't use my guys because they're not licensed, right? So wait a minute, I'm not doing any wiring or any plumbing. It's like changing out the cabinets. No, it's got to be a licensed company with bonded insurance and WorkSafe. WorkSafe BCs are workers insurance kind of something, right? Got to have all these things. They're saying for a cabinet that I could go buy at Home Depot if I had the time, I could go buy the cabinet and put it in myself. But I can't use my normal contractor. So okay, shit, I got to go around and get some other contractors. So I'm calling around to contractors, right?
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple different contractors line up to quote. So we got to get into the place so they can measure. So the old guys are still in there. And they're not being as cooperative as I would have expected. I don't really understand what their issue is, but the only time I can get in there is on this coming Saturday. Saturday, right? So no problem. I call all my contractors and tell everybody Saturday. He's like, "Oh no, we don't do Saturday." The only guy, we got one Chinese guy that said, "I don't care, Saturday, Sunday, midnight, whenever the fuck, no problem." Yeah. I got like 10 Chinese guys that saying that, but only one guy's got the license. So now that's narrowed down my contractor is that one Chinese guy because he's willing to come on Saturday. It's like, what the fuck are you telling me? Contractors won't even come in on a weekend to measure shit up when I'm talking. It's not a big job, but it's still like 60 grand or something. And for 60 grand, you're not going to come and measure some shit up. I said, what are you talking about, man? I was so disappointed, really disappointed. Like, come on. Now we're doing like one particular company we're using for our closets because my wife really likes the closet we have here, and that company still exists. And so we went off to their showroom last week and blah 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 blah. So okay, they're going to come in and do the closets for it. So they won't come on the fucking Saturday either. So it's like, well, you won't. How do you? We talked a little bit about this the other day about how do people with normal jobs, how do you get anything done, right? If everyone works Monday to Friday, you only got Saturdays and Sundays, and if nobody will come on Saturday and Sunday, what the fuck? How do you what?
You're screwed.
So that's why I say life today
tough.
for me is a little psychedelic. I'm just going through like I'm really kind of grumpy that you're kidding me. Yeah, it's not a big job. At 60 grand, you won't even get off your ass to come in and measure some
It's
stuff up for
still
2 hours. Really? Well, I guess I'm
that's
glad
still
I
a lot
learned
of
that
money.
about these guys now before the job started. It's like,
Yeah.
oh,
You're never going
really,
to
really
finish.
disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really
Usually, if you can
disappointed.
get a local guy, like, a Chinese guy or something, they get the job done. It's just a matter of how good the work is. You don't know
Well,
unless you're
but I mean, that's
supervising them.
really, it's just that's the same as like when you buy things from China. It's not
Hmm.
the fact that it's from China why some stuff is crap. It's because you're trying to get a washing machine for $18. They'll make one
Yeah, of
for you,
course.
but something's got to give. If you're willing to buy $1,000 washing machine from China, it's fantastic. There's no problem.
Yeah.
So same
Yep.
with the work. So if you're trying to get your contractor and say, okay, it's a $60,000 job, they'll give you 20. Sure,
No.
sure, I'll do it, but it's going to be a little different. It's like
Yeah.
sure, but it's
But
just,
yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm in a grumpy mood. It's just I don't know. It bothered me a little bit. It's like, come on.
Well, have a beer. Beer always makes everybody happy, man.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, we had issues too. I mean, shit. I'm running off running off to Asia again this week, and going out to LA, flying off and stuff. It's a big hassle. But we had issues with the airlines this time. Oh man, this is not just airlines, but some just the situation that happened where we were misinformed and we had to rebook a flight one day early, and we found out it's wrong. We had to go back the next day. We can't rebook the flight back and stuff. It's a big hassle. So the one leg of the going out to Asia is all screwed up. Coming back's okay. It's just going out. So we messed up. So we had to get another ticket to go out. Oh, so bad, that sucks too. I mean, there's so many issues that are so difficult sometimes. And flying again, you've had the issue where you're stuck in what do you call it, standby, even though you booked a flight 2 months earlier. I booked the flight okay, but last minute changes, okay, still can do, but we're screwed up. We have to change it back. Nope, cannot. Oh man, so we got screwed. But it
So you
happened. I
mean what,
burned many
flying
tickets.
from Phoenix to San Fran or
No,
something?
no, no. LA to LA out to Kuala Lumpur, KL. So first we were going through Japan, then we rerouted through Hong Kong, uh, looking at Taipei and stuff. We just couldn't. We were doing through Japan, but then we couldn't rebook in Japan properly, and everything was messed up. So I don't know. So anyway,
And you got a whole bunch
we
of you
paid
going
a
this time, right?
huh?
You
Yeah, we
got a
got a
whole bunch of
few
you
kids
going this
going.
time.
Yeah, there's 5 of us running out there. So that's the other part. It's not just 2 of us or 1 of us, it's 5 of us. So, rebooking 5 people is, the airline's getting busy, flying is busy now. So either they need more planes, or because the prices aren't cheap anymore either. Prices are getting higher, even though fuel's starting to come down, but the prices of airfare still hasn't really dropped at all. Usually once they go up, they don't come back down. That's a problem. But so,
Take a
world
bus.
can suck a bit. Yeah. Take a bus. Long drive. take a Carnival cruise. They're all beating up each other. Every time I see a Carnival cruise on YouTube, everybody's in a fight. It was like, holy shit.
What?
This doesn't, check out YouTube Carnival Cruises. It's Fight City. It's like, nope, I don't want to take Carnival anymore. I don't know. It's scary. I took a different one once, but watch out for
What do you mean?
Carnival.
Like passengers are just
Passengers. Yeah, not
wailing
little
on each
fights. I
other?
mean, yeah. Kind of, I don't know. Party time brawl or something. I don't know. But no, I don't know. But what are we going to do next? I mean, you're going to settle in your new place. It's going to take a couple of months. Get to see in front of you a wine store, right? You said you
No,
no,
we're in a
no wine
different
store,
complex.
different complex.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's a nicer spot, but
mm-hmm.
it's the wine store is not across the street anymore.
How far is it?
It's about the same as from where I am now to a liquor store.
Wow.
So it's like a 6-7 minute walk.
Yeah, not terrible. but it's much better if it's just across the street. Yeah, exactly.
In the wintertime, it requires more planning. Make sure you actually buy it when you're driving. Buy it when you're driving. I said buy it, okay?
Not drinking while you're driving. Yes. Come on,
this guys,
is
relax.
Good old days, man. Those good old wise old bastards. Yeah. So, and next week maybe. No, don't do that anymore. Even in Malaysia, can't do that anymore. The old days, it was never a problem really, as long as you don't get drunk. You know, drinking and driving in the old days was just, it was okay. It was legal, but until you can't get a limit, can't be driving drunk and stuff. That's wrong. But to have a beer or two wasn't a big deal in the old days. But times have changed for the better.
We need those Chinese the Chinese auto taxis to get going faster.
Yeah, really. I mean, once they get self-driving cars, we were talking about that too. Drinking and driving, if you're not physically driving, just sitting in the back seat. Again, are you drinking and driving, or are you a passenger? And even then,
I think it's once there's no longer a steering wheel, what do they have to say, right?
Sure.
As long as there's a steering wheel, you can say, "Oh, you might get drunk and go up and grab it." So what are you gonna? It's like, I'm so drunk I can grab the steering wheel from the back seat. No, turn here. Fighting with the robot.
Yeah, really. They have like one of those robot guys up there going. Probably blow up one like in the airplane movie.
Oh yeah,
autopilot.
Yeah.
Shit. But yeah, I mean, it is always interesting in the future. And will it suck in the future, or will it be better? I mean, we always look at the good old days, which maybe weren't always so good, but we remember the good shit, right? Then we come to current times, and it's okay. We have good fun, but at the same times, it can suck, right? Whether prices,
objectively, the world is a much better place than it used to be.
I think so.
Like 3,000 years ago, 2,000. I mean, now, if you're living on welfare in Canada or the States, you're probably living better than most kings used to live in Europe 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's good to be the king.
Or a duke or somebody.
A peasant, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, you probably have better health care than the king had.
Well, I thought those leeches work great, Oh man, that's what that's for. Now you have the medical profession as leeches. It just leech your money. You leech on your wallet, man. Everything's gone. So they don't treat you with leeches, but they leech off your financial bank accounts and stuff. That's pretty bad. Yes. But yeah.
Yes, Mr.
There are still leeches.
We're gonna actually have to we're gonna do some surgery to remove some stuff.
Your wallet.
What are you doing? Your wallet. What shit, man?
Cut it out. Cut that umbilical cord of the wallet.
Yeah, that's it. Oh. But yeah, no, it's sorry, I'm just still I understand I'm playing the role of the grumpy old man today, but I am grumpy as fuck. It's just like
not enough beer.
Man, that must be it. That must be
it. Must be. Beer makes the world happy, man. Even if you're grumpy and shit, get a beer in your hand, all of a sudden you just feel better. It's something. Again, a whiskey and a beer. Yeah, see? Get that smile on there. It's happy.
I'm just looking forward to, like you were saying, what happens later. So a couple months to get everything settled in, blah, blah, blah. Then, hopefully by the end of this year, around December-ish, my Mexico place is supposed to be delivered. So I'll go down and have to deal with that fucking renovation.
Yeah. That'll be funny. Hopefully that'll be nice. It'll be nice, and sometimes they're quite nicer than you think. The Mexican place we've been into was fairly good. I mean, most of the places that we stayed in Airbnb, they were pretty okay. Maybe not a mansion like you did.
Yeah, but I mean,
you got spoiled.
I've just got to get it all done, right? I get the furniture, get the appliances, get all that shit done, right? So it's just more things to do. But at least it'll be like a vacation while doing it, right? Go yell at the fridge guy in the morning, then go to the beach in the afternoon. Okay, that's that balance. Yin and yang.
Not too bad.
Right? Balance. That's fine.
There you go.
But then after that, man, it's like a year from now. My whole goal is to have. I've got my my backpack with my notebook computer, my wallet, my passport. When you want to talk to me, you'll have to figure out the fucking time zone, man, because I'm gone. I'm just hitting the road.
Well, time to do Beer Hunters International. Don't forget, we got that too. Beer Hunters International.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing. I'm going to actually be doing two things at the same time. So I'm going to start traveling around the world visiting record stores because I have a record store here. So I'll just go wear my store's shirt in every record store I can find on the planet, take a picture with the owner, have a beer with the owner of every record store I can find. And then in that same time, then I'll ask that guy, where can Beer Hunters International go? Where can I go for an interesting beer? Because, you know, I have it on good authority that record store owners are like the coolest motherfuckers on the planet.
Really?
I've heard that.
You talked to that guy in the mirror?
I heard a guy told me that just this morning. He told
guy in
me
the mirror.
So.
Man in the mirror.
Man in the mirror. Yeah, I know he's full of shit, but still, there's some kernels of truth in there somewhere.
But yeah, sounds cool. I mean, I'll be back in KL later this week. I got to deal with one of my units, K9, Kira 9, right? They're moving out. I think anytime now, maybe a couple days ago.
See how many holes they punched in the wall?
Yeah, exactly. But I have somebody checking it out, and there's a lot of things to fix, quite a lot. So I'm holding the deposit until they do it, and then before I release it or offset it against, you know. So, but I still have to upgrade it for the next tenant, you know. Mostly just painting, hopefully.
Well, how much do you rent that out for now?
Oh, it's actually cheap. About less than 2,000 US. It's more like 2,000 Canadian, something like that.
And for reference, that's like
1,500.
It's a slick building. I mean, it's
it's really fancy.
A nice building. It's a 2-level unit inside there. It's,
2,700 square feet, 3-bedroom, 5 bathrooms. It's like 3-car parking. You know, all the facilities.
More marble than you can shake a stick at.
Oh yeah, it's well done. Kind of pretty fancy place. I was fountains everywhere. Yeah, pretty lot of water features.
Well, here's your perspective for you then. So I'm moving into it's under 1,000 square feet. The place I'm getting into, 2-bed, 2-bath. It's nice, but there's no real like lobby. It's not like a concierge building like the one in Kuala Lumpur, right? So it's just you walk through the lobby, whatever. And I know there's a rental spot in that building, same kind of layout as mine.
Oh, okay.
And that one is 2,700 Canadian dollars a month, which is that's call it roughly the 2,000. And it's not the same level. We're talking it's a third of the size of the one you're talking about. The only marble there is when the kid upstairs drops his marble over the fucking balcony. There's a marble, so it's not.
Yeah, it's not that fancy. Yeah,
not the same.
I mean, it's a good unit. It's quite nice. So, renovate, rent out again, keep it going. Hopefully, get a better rental the next one, and because it's all about the markets. Right now the market's okay, but not that great. Even in Malaysia, it's been overbuilt. Here, the markets are down. Yet, should be turning around. I don't know. I think Canada's probably about the same. So right now it's not that good, but again, another 6 months, whatever. We'll see what happens. So, but that's life, up and down.
Gotta let go. Let it go. I'm trying to let go. But how?
I don't know. I still got some beer left. I can't let go yet.
I want to let go of my shit. I just leave it on the side of the road. Get a fine. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, here in where I am in Flag, not too much secondhand. A lot of goodwill, but not good for furniture. Prescott was better. There was a number of places that were doing used furniture, much better down there. And they have decent quality stuff. I usually, a lot of times, mainly it's garage sales or moving sales. That's how I got all my furniture in Hawaii. Everybody was having like a moving sale. People were moving in and out. So we always run over there and grab what you need. That was the best way to pick up used furniture at a cheap price, especially when I was in, university days. I didn't have that much money. Still don't have that much money, but better now than before. But
I don't know about that though. When you were in university, you were single. You had enough money to drink as much as you wanted that day.
True.
How much progress have you really made? Now you have enough money to drink as much as you want every day.
Mm-hmm.
What's changed?
Hawaii was a great place too. A few kids, a wife, kids, but
I ask you again, what's
more
better
responsibility?
Now than
yeah. What's better is a different question. The freedom, come on, Hawaii is a gorgeous place. Shit, Hawaii is a great place. I mean, but one of the things, moving on from Hawaii, you've been to all through Asia. We met, in Malaysia and stuff. It's been a journey, man. It's a good journey. Life's a journey. All the shit's coming back. all the life's a journey. Take that first step. Yeah, my kids. One of my kids decided to do a summer job in Cleveland, Ohio. This was funny. Okay, he's doing a job in Cleveland, Ohio for 3 months, and he's doing sales, kind of door-to-door sales, promoting pest control, right? That kid's the biggest scaredy cat of bugs. He sees a bug. The guy's like 6'3" or so, but he can't stand spiders and bugs and stuff.
That's why he's trying to help.
3 months job doing pest control, but not physically killing them, just selling, marketing the pest control.
Yeah, but how did he end up choosing Ohio?
Well, again, it was basically connections, because his friends were doing it. There was about 3 or 4 guys from Flagstaff here doing that as a summer job, and they're making some good money. A lot more than I would expect, that's a hard job, knocking on doors, whether you're selling solar or roofing or whatever the hell you're trying to sell, those are the most common ones. Pest control is another one, but not too much here. But for Ohio seems to have a shitload of pests, so it seems to be okay over there. It's something that's very service they need.
I'm thinking of it. In all the time since I've been back to Canada, we've never had a door-to-door salesperson knock on any of the doors where we've been.
Really? No, we have a few, but not too many, but a few. So it's going to be a tough job. I always think of Abbott and Costello. I don't know if you remember that comedy duo, and they had some comedy movies back in the late 50s, something like that, in the 1950s. And one of them was where the little Abbott, Lou Costello, the little guy, was doing a door-to-door salesman, something like Hercules vacuum cleaners or some shit. It's a great show. And so, I was trying to push my kid to watch this kind of stuff. How to do vacuum salesman, with Lou Costello. It's quite cute. It's like very difficult, we'll see how he does. He's very adamant to try.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you guys got no pests closer than Ohio?
Nope.
I guess
they're all in Ohio. I think we shipped them over there.
Yeah.
We're too high altitude here. It's like, they don't have too many pests here, but life's good. Life's good. So enjoy life. I mean, that's a whole thing. Even if sometimes it's psychedelic. Yeah, there's always ups and downs, right? Life's never static. Hopefully, unless you're in jail, then it'd be psychedelic for sure.
Yeah. No, I know it's yeah. Even whenever I have a bad day, it makes me feel. It's supposed to make me feel better. It's okay. I'm having a bad day, but my bad day is better than a good day for 70% of the people on the planet. Right? Not living in a country where they're trying to kill me and not starving to death. Blah blah blah. But the more you tell me that, it's supposed to help, but it doesn't. It makes me feel, for fuck's sake now. I'm supposed to feel better. Now I don't. I don't feel, so I feel bad that I don't feel better. Now you feel double bad. What the fuck, man? It's like.
There's only one cure for that. Beer. Yeah, whiskey. Okay, maybe a Canadian whiskey will help too.
Well, actually, going back to we talked about being stupid 1 or 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
And lazy. We talked about that a little bit today. So I was stupid and lazy yesterday. So because this move is coming, so one of the few pieces I'm really trying to find room in the new house for is I've got this hand carved teak liquor cabinet that I got.
Oh yeah. It's not that big.
It's not that big, but for me, it's got it's got sentimental value, right? I got it when I was in the middle of nowhere, and then it's a long story, backstory. So I want to bring that, but I figure, okay, I don't want to bring it when it's all heavy and full of booze. So my plan is to drink everything out of there before we move it.
There you go. So I like that plan.
Okay, so I'm lazy. I don't want to have to carry something heavy. So the stupid part was drinking way too much last night just to try and empty the bottle so that I don't have to move it. And it's still like more than a month before moving time, so I'm going to buy another bottle before I go.
How many more? You could buy another bottle just to remove it again, huh?
I guess. I did say stupid, right? I did mention that right up front. So. So all day.
So how many more bottles you got in there?
I don't know. I was seeing twice as many by the time I was almost done last night. Seeing fucking double. Oh. So I was pretty slow and not feeling great all day long because of that. So that was like a self-inflicted, and it's like you can't ask for sympathy, right? All my customers come and say, "Oh, you don't look looking so good today. You're usually happier and joking. Now you're just kind of standing there crying in the corner. What's going on?" It's like, oh man, no. And it's like just like exactly that. When anybody say, "Oh, you poor guy," no, it's like, "Ah, you stupid motherfucker!" Ah, it's like, it's like.
That's what you get, right?
Yeah, that's
just life. Yeah, that's the way life is.
Only a bonehead would drink too much.
2 days in a row, 3 days in a row.
Yeah,
it's the idea of was it hair of the dog? Dog hairs.
Yeah,
It's the only way.
Margarita. I guess
Mary.
maybe I just go postal.
Postal worker? What?
Oh no, shit! No, yeah, you want to fuck? No, there we go. More stupid, lazy fucking Canada Post going on strike again. Going on strike again.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
So
difficult.
So this time I turned off the shipping for the Canada Post part of the shipping, but just while I'm like, I said, okay, I better turn this off so nobody orders anything, gets jammed in there, blah blah blah. And so after lunch, I'll do it. What happens? I get like 3 fucking orders in the middle of the day for Canada Post, right? I say, oh shit, man. Now I can't tell the guys I'm not going to ship it because I said, please give me your order here. Click here to ship this way. I had it on the website, right? So I can't. But I can't just ship it because I know the strike's happening on Friday and this shit won't be there by Friday. It'll be stuck in the system. So all 3 of these orders, I decided I had upgrades. So I had to pay for like UPS shipping, right? Can't charge them more because, it was not their fault. So I'm losing money in these fucking orders. And it's like, wah, wah. Like, fucking wah. Wah.
Should have tried Amazon. Remember, Amazon's cheap. You get free delivery. You should try that. Maybe they'll deliver your shit for free.
Well, you say that, but so Amazon has their own trucks, but there's like a lot of guys now, like for Temu and AliExpress, do so much shipping that a lot of new companies have come up, right? They're like nationwide in Canada. I'm sure a lot of them are Canada and the States, Uni and guys like that are like, it's basically like, it's kind of like Uber style, right? So instead of just hiring a guy to drive the truck for you from 9 to 5 or whatever, it's like 10,000 guys doing part-time work, and they'll deliver packages just like they do Uber Eats or drive Uber or whatever, DoorDash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of those guys sprung up. So I sign up to another company to do that kind of shipping, right? It's a long story. It's a long, boring story. I won't even. Yeah, it won't be. I can't make it funny enough. But it was like I laughed my ass off all the way through doing it. But it was like, yeah. It's not funny. It's not funny.
Psychedelic. Okay.
The only thing that's funny is what I was putting up on my website, where I was saying something about the Canada Post strike again, saying because obviously life as a small business person is just way too easy. So Canada Post decided to fuck us over again. So shipping is going to be kind of screwy for a while. But
no, that sucks. You don't have any how long this is going to be this time?
Well, the last one
they
was
want
like,
now.
Same thing they wanted then.
What
they just kind of they didn't get legislated back to work, but they got kind of the government said, look, if you guys don't go back to work, we'll legislate you back to work. Kind of right, kind of like that. Kind of some pressure on them.
Okay, it makes no sense.
They've been talking back, so it's like it's intractable. So it's like I said, I'm never going to get any Canadian Post shipments to me ever again because I look at this whole thing and it's like, I'm sorry, I cannot side with the workers on this one. I cannot side with them. I cannot be a union supporter in this particular case. We talked about this before, right? When your skill set is carrying a bag, you can't be shocked when other people are willing to carry the bag for less money than you, or that you don't make a whole lot more money than you do. And you already make, the number was a reasonable number. Like it's
middle class.
Definitely. It's like $70,000 a year for carrying a bag. Which is, we talked about the numbers on one of our episodes before, the exact numbers. But it's like, okay, and it's sometime it rains, sometime it snows. I get it, but you knew that going in, right? So the whole thing now is Canada Post, just like the USPS, losing so much money for so many years, right? And Canada Post, it's not a government owned. It's in a bad spot, actually. It's not government owned, but it's government regulated. So they can't charge more than the government says. They have to supply, they have to serve little dinky Inuit villages where there's like 80 people live there and it's 2,000 miles from the next town. So it's kind of screwy. So they can't raise the prices, blah, 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 blah. So they're saying they want to deliver on the weekends because everyone else delivers 7 days a week. They're saying, okay, well, we want to deliver 6 days a week, right? Saturday shipping. Blah, blah.
No big deal.
And they say, we want to hire a bunch of part-time people because we know you guys don't want to do it. The guys working for us, you don't want to work weekends. So we'll hire a bunch of part-time people to work weekends. And the existing workers say, no, you won't. You'll hire us. You pay us overtime to work. So you'll pay us like time and a half to work on Saturdays. And they're like, well, already we can't afford to pay you. Just no.
Your time.
It's like bing bong, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And so Canada Post says, okay, if you're already working for us, you're on your old contract, you're making your big money, you don't have to work more than X number of hours a day. Nothing changes for you. You keep your pension. Everything's the same. But going forward, we're going to be hiring people at a lower scale. Right? And they're saying no. The existing union says no. And I said, okay, I kind of get what you're saying because it's eroding your union. And in 5 years or 10 years, your union's gone because it's all these other workers. Okay, but your union's gone, but so are you. You're retired by then. Why do you give a fuck about the next guy? The next guy's willing to work for less money. That's on him. Let him do it. Right? So anyway, it's intractable. The two sides, in all this talking for a year, they've been negotiating and they're getting further apart, not closer together. So I almost half expected just to just disappear. It's like, I mean, it's maybe they should come back and say, okay, Canada Post will deliver 3 times a week, letters only. Right? Never mind. Everyone else has figured out how to do parcels. You guys can't do it. So you do the fucking letters up to little town. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. I mean, postal things here. I mean, when you send something, it is not cheap anymore. I mean, you're just sending a little envelope with, a couple grams of paper in it, and it costs like $3 or $4 easily, and it's not going that far, maybe down to Phoenix or over to California or something. And, just a tiny little sliver of something that weighs a couple of ounces. It's like, it's not that cheap anymore. And little packages easy can go up to $5, $6, $7, $10, easily. So Yeah, it's a lot more than it used to be. But I haven't been doing that much mail in a long time either. It's not somebody who runs the post office too often. Yeah, I don't like that stuff. But you're dealing with it every day. How much does it cost to send a record across to another province?
Well, here's the weird thing. So to send it from where I am, call it the outskirts of Vancouver, send it to Vancouver, is about 15 Canadian dollars. Whatever that is in the States, $12 or something. Right?
So, yeah.
To send it to the next province over is like 20-ish. To send it all across the country is 22 to 25. Send it to one of the northern communities is about 12,000.
Wow. Dog sleighs, huh? Gotta feed those dogs.
Gotta feed them damn dogs. But here's the weird thing. So, because Canada, I get it. I do understand the issue, right? We're a big place with not that many people. It's spread out. And you need to have these services to all these locations. Yeah. And the only way you can really do that is to spread the cost, right? Because if you really charge what it costs to ship something to one of these little villages, holy shit, it would be $12,000. So, okay, I kind of get it. But it's like, I can ship to Florida for about $8. And Florida is pretty far away.
Yeah, it's much farther. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, huh? That ain't right.
Yeah.
That ain't right, man.
That's true. The world ain't right.
It ain't right.
That's for damn sure. The world ain't right. Yeah. And what are we going to do about it? You know anything right about the world?
It's got beer in it.
Beer. It's got beer. But yeah, I think it's about time we close this one. Knowing that the world is a bit. Yeah, I think so. We know the world's a bit psychedelic. The world's gone, not crazy, but the world. What did we just say the damn thing? Forgot already. But it has beer. Okay, Beer Hunters International. Wise old bastards. Enjoy life. Have a good time.
And any of you guys who watch this, you know we're usually pretty funny. This one, I'm a bit of a downer today. I get it.
This one sucks.
This one sucks. It does, man. It's suckadelic for sure.
Yeah, it's suckadelic. I think this is psychedelic. This episode's been psychedelic as well.
Into it. I
like the term though, psychedelic. Whether it's a world is psychedelic or this particular episode is psychedelic.
It's psychedelic.
Well, we had a shittiest episode too. That was one of the funnier ones. So go check it out. Also, check out the store. We do have a good store. We have a lot of beer koozies and shirts and all kinds of stuff available. Check it out. Shipping's there. It'll tell you about your shipping. But if you buy more, I just bought 15 of these suckers, and the shipping was one price. So if I bought 5 of them, the same price is in shipping. So more you buy, it's okay.
The more you buy, the more you save.
Yeah, that's right. The more you buy, the more you save on shipping anyway.
On shipping.
Qualify that. So anyway, I think we better call it today because my beer's gone. Yours?
My beer's
gone. Yeah, I got one.
I don't have any more beer in the house either. Oh, fuck, they're sucking down.
You really screwed. You really suck.
My day is just really fucking.
You really screwed that one up.
This day.
You come down. I have a few beers in the fridge. Come on over. Have a couple beers.
I'll meet you in jail. We'll drink a.
Yeah, we'll get together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
To be a psychedelic show.
Yeah.
The psychedelic episode coming to you from Wise Old Bastards.
Yeah, so if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, because trust me, it's usually way better. All right. Ciao, guys.
Adios. Bye. Have a good one.